What if I told you your intelligence, the thing you take pride in, the thing that makes you feel unique, is quietly destroying your happiness? That the more you know, the more you understand, the further you drift from peace. Most people spend their lives envying intelligence, thinking it's a golden ticket to success, confidence, and control. But here's the truth no one talks about. Intelligence is not just a gift, it's a trap. Think about it. Every time your mind solves one puzzle, it creates three more. Every answer leads to new questions. Every success feels emptier than the last. You've probably felt it, that creeping dissatisfaction, that quiet loneliness in rooms full of people who don't see the world like you do. They laugh at things you find shallow. They celebrate things that feel meaningless to you. And slowly you stop trying to fit in. Because how can you when you see everything differently? This is the curse of intelligence. The smarter you are, the harder it is to find joy in illusions. The illusions most people rely on to feel safe. And when those illusions fall away, you're left with a harsh truth. Life isn't what you thought it was. But here's the twist. Buried in this darkness, there's a secret, a way to turn this curse into something extraordinary. And only those who dare to face this truth will ever find it. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you won't see your intelligence the same way again. Throughout history, people have praised intelligence as the highest gift a human can possess. We celebrate geniuses, inventors, thinkers, and leaders as if their brilliance sets them above the rest of us. Parents dream of raising smart children. Schools tell us that knowledge is the key to freedom. Society convinces us that intelligence is the ultimate weapon against pain and struggle. But what if all of this is a lie? What if the very thing that makes you smart is the same thing that keeps you restless, anxious, and unsatisfied with life? Think about it. Intelligence doesn't just allow you to solve problems. It forces you to see them everywhere. Your mind isn't content to accept things as they are. It dissects them, questions them, and strips away every comforting illusion. What once felt magical becomes mechanical. What once inspired wonder becomes predictable. And slowly, without realizing it, the joy that others seem to find so easily slips away from you. The more you know, the heavier your mind becomes. Friedrich Nietzsche, one of history's boldest and most feared philosophers, understood this better than anyone. Nietzsche didn't sugarcoat life. He didn't tell people to chase happiness or escape pain. He believed intelligence was a dangerous gift, one that reveals truths most people are too afraid to face. To Nietzsche, the intelligent mind isn't a tool that guarantees peace. It's a mirror that reflects everything. The beauty of existence, yes, but also its emptiness, its chaos, and its absurdity. And this is where the burden begins, because intelligence doesn't stop. The smarter you are, the less you can look away. The more you see, the harder it becomes to pretend. The jokes that make others laugh feel shallow. The dreams they chase feel meaningless. The world feels like a stage play where you're one of the only ones aware of the script. You're not crazy, you're just awake in a world that prefers to stay asleep. Nietzsche believed that this isolation, the loneliness of seeing reality as it is the silent tax of intelligence. But here's the twist. He didn't see this as a tragedy. In fact, he believed this burden is the first step toward real freedom. A kind of freedom most people will never experience because they're too comfortable living in illusions. Nietzsche's message wasn't meant to scare you. It was meant to awaken you, to make you realize that your intelligence, though heavy, has the power to transform your life in ways you can't yet imagine. Let's be honest. Being smart isn't always the blessing people think it is. Sure, people praise you for being insightful, for noticing things they don't. Maybe you were called gifted growing up, or maybe you've always been the one people came to for advice. But deep down, you know the truth. Your intelligence comes at a cost. It's heavy, and it feels like you carry a weight nobody else sees. Think about your nights. You're lying in bed, the room is dark and silent, but your mind refuses to rest. It replays conversations you had years ago, arguments you could have handled differently, mistakes you can't undo. It drags you into imagined futures that haven't even happened yet. Your brain doesn't have an off switch. It's like a machine that won't stop running. Most people fall asleep easily, their thoughts soft and quiet. But for you, it's a storm that never ends. Have you ever been surrounded by friends or family, but felt completely alone? You're there physically, smiling, laughing even, but inside you feel disconnected. The things people care about, gossip, trends, shallow achievements, don't light you up. You crave depth. You crave real conversations, real meaning. And yet, the deeper you think, the harder it is to find people who truly understand you. You start feeling like a stranger in your own life. Maybe you've noticed how quickly joy fades. That promotion you worked so hard for, it felt incredible for a day, maybe a week. Then the emptiness returned. The expensive new gadget you saved up for, it lost its shine almost immediately. Every milestone that was supposed to bring happiness leaves you wondering, is this it? Is this all there is? And the more success you have, the more hollow it feels. Intelligence does that to you. It tears away the illusions that most people use to stay happy. Childhood magic disappears early. The comforting stories society tells us, just work hard, make money, and you'll be fulfilled, don't fool you. You see through them. You see through almost everything. And while that makes you wiser, it also makes life feel heavier. It's like walking through a world full of beautiful paintings, but you're cursed to see the cracks in the canvas, the chipped paint, the wires holding it all together. And then there's overthinking. Smart people aren't just thinkers, they're overthinkers. You analyze every detail, every interaction, every choice. You see possibilities others don't, which means you also see dangers, risks, and outcomes they're blind to. You're cautious because your mind has already lived out 1,000 ways everything could go wrong. It's exhausting, isn't it? Being intelligent means you're constantly aware, constantly alert. You can't relax because your brain doesn't know how. Nietzsche understood this better than anyone. He believed that intelligence is like a bright light. The brighter it shines, the more shadows it casts. When you're smart, you can't unsee the truth. You can't go back to ignorance. You notice hypocrisy everywhere. At work, in politics, even in relationships. You see people chasing empty goals, laughing at meaningless things, clinging to illusions that make them feel safe. And part of you wishes you could be like them, living without questioning everything. But you can't. Once your mind wakes up, there's no going back. This is why intelligence feels like a curse. It isolates you. It makes you restless. It strips away simple pleasures. And yet, here's the strange paradox. Nietzsche didn't see this suffering as a sign of weakness. He saw it as a sign of depth, of potential. He believed that this pain, the pain of seeing reality as it truly is, can become your greatest strength. Because only those who face life without illusions are free to create something extraordinary. Right now, it might feel like your intelligence is working against you. It makes you lonely. It makes happiness feel out of reach. It makes life seem chaotic and meaningless. But Nietzsche believed that hidden inside this chaos is an opportunity, a doorway that most people will never find because they're too busy numbing themselves with distractions. You're different. You see too much to pretend. And that, Nietzsche would say, is where your real power begins. You've probably felt it, haven't you? That strange weight in your chest, that quiet awareness that no matter what you achieve, buy, or chase, something is missing. And maybe you've even wondered if something is wrong with you, if life feels heavy because you're broken somehow. But here's the truth Nietzsche saw that few dare to admit. There is nothing wrong with you. What you're feeling is the cost of seeing reality clearly. It's the price of intelligence. Most people spend their lives running from this feeling. They drown it out with constant noise, music, parties, scrolling endlessly on their phones. They seek comfort, distraction, anything to keep them from facing that uncomfortable silence in their mind. But you felt it, that silence, that heaviness. And instead of numbing it, you've stayed awake long enough to feel it fully. Do you realize how rare that is? Very few people will ever even begin this journey. Nietzsche believed this suffering wasn't a curse, but an initiation, a test. He wrote about a concept he called amor fati, to love your fate, to stop resisting the chaos of life and, instead, embrace it. Most people fight against reality, chasing illusions of happiness, desperately trying to escape pain. Nietzsche's wisdom was radical. Don't run, face the chaos, dance with it, make it yours. He believed that intelligence, when mastered, is the key to becoming something greater than what life handed you. But here's the mystery. Nietzsche didn't promise that this path would be easy. He didn't promise comfort or constant happiness. He believed this path would make you stronger, sharper, unshakable. The intelligent mind can feel like a curse when you're lost. But when you learn to carry it, it becomes a weapon. It becomes freedom. Think about this. How many times have you wished you could turn off your brain? To stop overanalyzing, to stop feeling so different from everyone else? Nietzsche would tell you, never wish away your depth. Never trade your mind for an easier life. Instead, transform it. Use it. He saw intelligence as a fire. Left untamed, it burns you alive. But if you master it, it lights the path ahead of you. And here's something you might not realize yet. The pain you feel isn't just random suffering. It's an invitation, a sign that your life isn't meant to be average, that your mind isn't meant to settle for easy answers. Maybe you've always felt different, like you didn't fit in. Maybe your thoughts have always gone deeper than your friends, your family, your coworkers. That's not weakness. That's your mind trying to wake you up. Now let me ask you this, and think carefully before you answer in the comments. Has your intelligence ever made you feel like an outsider? Have you ever looked at the world and felt like you were watching a play that everyone else is acting in, but you already know it's a script? If you have, leave a comment. Don't just write yes. Share your story. You'd be surprised how many people here feel the same but are too afraid to admit it. Maybe you'll find someone who finally understands. Because that's the power of philosophy. It reminds us we're not as alone as we feel. Right now, someone halfway across the world is watching this video, nodding their head, feeling the exact same emotions you are. They're carrying the same weight. And Nietzsche would say that this connection, this moment where we see each other's struggles, is proof that intelligence doesn't just isolate us. It can unite us, if we're brave enough to speak. So here's your challenge. Share your thoughts below. Share your pain, your questions, your ideas. Make this comment section a place for thinkers, a secret gathering of people who see the world differently. Because this isn't just a video, this is a mirror. And if you've made it this far, maybe it's because deep down, you know you're ready to see what others can't. Here's the truth Nietzsche left for us, a truth so few are willing to embrace. Your intelligence doesn't have to be your curse. It can be your greatest weapon, but only if you stop running from it. He believed that most people live their lives asleep, trapped in a loop of empty pleasures, chasing a happiness that never comes. But those who suffer, those who question, those who feel the unbearable weight of thought, those people are standing at the doorway to something greater. Nietzsche called this transformation becoming the Übermensch, the overman, the one who rises above society's illusions and creates meaning for themselves. He believed that life isn't supposed to hand you happiness. It's supposed to challenge you, break you, and force you to rebuild yourself into something stronger. Intelligence isn't here to make life easier. It's here to show you the truth, and then give you the chance to turn that truth into power. But how do you start? Nietzsche's answer was simple, yet terrifying to most people. Stop running. Stop trying to escape discomfort. Stop numbing yourself with distractions. Instead, embrace chaos. Life will never be safe, predictable, or easy. That's not the point. The point is to use your mind to create meaning where there is none. To take the pain you've been given and turn it into strength. To love your fate even when it hurts. That's what he meant by amor fati. To fall in love with everything life throws at you, not just the good parts. So when you lie awake at night, overthinking, feeling restless and disconnected, stop trying to fight it. See it for what it is, proof that you are alive, awake, and capable of seeing things most people never will. Intelligence is a heavy gift, yes, but it's also your lantern in the dark. And when you learn to carry it, it will guide you through storms that would destroy other people. You are not cursed, you are chosen. And now here's my question for you. Will you carry that lantern, or will you keep running from it? If you've made it this far, I know something about you. You're not like most people. You think deeply, you feel deeply, you see the cracks in the world. You've probably felt alone because of it. But you're not alone, not here. This space is for people like you. People who are done with shallow advice, who want truth, who want depth, and who want to take control of their own story. So I want you to do something right now. Scroll down and tell me your thoughts. Tell me what you've been carrying. Tell me what this video stirred inside you, not just for me, but for someone else who's reading the comments at 3 a.m., feeling the same weight you feel. You never know who you'll inspire. This isn't just a comment section, it's a hidden gathering of thinkers, a place where people who see too much finally find each other. And if this spoke to you, if you felt seen, if you want more content that doesn't insult your intelligence, subscribe. Not because I want a number next to my name, but because this is how we build something different. A corner of the internet for the people who see the world for what it is and refuse to settle for lies. If you're one of us, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. Join us. We're only just getting started. Nietzsche's message wasn't meant to depress you. It was meant to free you. Intelligence is a heavy burden, yes, but it's also a key to meaning, depth, and strength most people will never touch. If you dare to carry it, your life will never be easy, but it will be real. And in a world built on illusions, that's worth everything. Pause for a moment, breathe. Forget that this is a YouTube video. Forget the scrolling, the noise, the chaos waiting for you after this ends. Just stop and think about your own mind. The way it never shuts off, the way it sees things no one else notices, the way you carry thoughts so heavy you've stopped trying to explain them to others. This is your reality. And whether you like it or not, it's what makes you, you. I want you to picture yourself standing in front of a mirror, not the kind you check before leaving the house. A mirror that reflects your thoughts, your fears, your entire mind. Look closely. What do you see? Is your intelligence a gift or a curse? Maybe it's both. Maybe it's the very thing shaping you into someone stronger than you even realize. Most people will never take a moment like this. They'll never stop to ask themselves who they are beneath the noise. They'll never pause to face their mind in silence because silence terrifies them. But you have. Right now, you're here, thinking deeply, searching for truth. That means you're already ahead of the majority of people sleepwalking through their lives. You've already begun the journey Nietzsche spoke of, the journey of the awakened mind. And I know it feels heavy. I know that sometimes you wish you could shut your brain off, stop overanalyzing, stop carrying this invisible weight. But here's the thing. There's a reason your mind is restless. There's a reason you see patterns and problems others don't. There's a reason you feel disconnected from shallow conversations and meaningless routines. You're not broken. You're not strange. You're awake. The world isn't designed for people like you. It's designed for comfort, for distraction, for sleepwalking. But you're different. You notice everything. The hypocrisy, the illusions, the beauty and the pain. And that's why you feel this heaviness, because you're meant for something more. Intelligence isn't just a trait you were born with, it's a responsibility. A fire you must learn to control or it will consume you. So imagine standing in front of that mirror again. Look into your own eyes. See the scars your mind has left behind. The sleepless nights, the questions with no answers, the feeling of being misunderstood. Most people would crumble under that weight, but not you. You've carried it this far. You're still here, searching for meaning. That alone proves your strength. Nietzsche believed that intelligence wasn't a curse to be feared, but a test. The pain you feel isn't a punishment, it's an invitation to create meaning where others see only emptiness. To carve your own path in a world that tries to hand you prepackaged beliefs. Intelligence forces you to destroy illusions, but once they're gone, you have the freedom to build something real, something that belongs only to you. And this is where your transformation begins, because once you accept that your intelligence is not here to make life easier, but to make you stronger, everything changes. You stop wishing for a simpler mind. You stop trying to fit in with people who never see what you see. Instead, you embrace it. You take the loneliness, the overthinking, the weight, and you turn it into your armor. So ask yourself this. What if you stopped fighting your own mind? What if you stopped seeing your depth as a curse and started treating it as a rare gift? You already have what most people don't. The ability to question everything, to feel deeply, to see beyond the surface. That's not something to run from. That's something to master. This mirror moment is where your life can change, because intelligence, when left untamed, will keep you trapped in pain. But when you choose to face it, when you choose to master it, that's when your life becomes truly yours. And if you're watching this far into this video, I think you already know. You were never meant to live like everyone else. You were meant to wake up. If you're still here listening to these words, then you already know you're not like everyone else. Most people would have clicked away by now, too distracted or too afraid to face themselves this deeply. But you stayed, and that says something powerful about you. You are awake. You are searching for truth. And that search makes you part of a rare group of people who dare to see the world for what it really is. So here's what I want you to do. Leave a mark. Share your story in the comments below. Write about the weight you've been carrying, about the nights you can't sleep, about how your intelligence feels like both a gift and a burden. This isn't just a comment section, it's a hidden room, a quiet gathering of minds like yours. Someone, somewhere, will read your words at 3 a.m. and finally feel less alone. Be that person for someone else. And if you're ready to go deeper, to join a space where thinkers, dreamers, and outsiders gather, then subscribe. Not because I want a number next to my name, but because this is how we build something different. A corner of the internet that values depth over noise. If you're one of us, hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and stay close. You're not meant to walk this path alone. And if this spoke to you, if it lit something inside you, like this video, not for me, but for the person who needs to see this next. Every like, every comment, every share helps someone else find their way here. Maybe tonight, someone lost and restless will see this video because you decided to engage. Maybe that person is you, on a different night, in a different moment, needing the reminder that they're not broken, they're awake. You are carrying a lantern through the darkness. That's what intelligence is. It's not a curse, it's a light. And though it feels heavy now, it's leading you somewhere extraordinary. So take this moment, breathe, and remember, you were never meant to be ordinary. You were meant to see.